Good afternoon, everyone. Hope can you hear me? Yeah, can you hear me? Okay. Dr. Golden, ma'am? Right there, okay. Okay, ma'am, another one judge has to join now. So he's a little busy. He will be watching through YouTube. So no problem. We can start our program. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. It's a warm afternoon for each and everyone those who are gathered here. Welcome you all for this ANEICON 2023 elocution competition that has been held among UP chapter, Anei UP chapter, in collaboration with Panna Subharti Nursing College, that is Swami Vivekananda Subharti University, Meerut. Every year, the Association of Nurse Executive India, they are organizing the conference ANEICON. So this is the third year ANEICON 2023 with the theme Transformational Leadership Towards the Future Healthcare. So in regard with this, we are organizing the elocution competition among the student nurses and the staff nurses. So in order to find out the best speakers of nurses. So today, we have announced the topic for staff and students. The topic for the staff is contribution of Indian nurses to the future of Indian health care. Again, I repeat, the topic for the staff nurses is contribution of Indian nurses to the future of Indian health care. Excuse me. And for the students, preparing the nurses for the future. So these are the two topics which has been given for the staff and for the students. Hope you all prepared regarding this and also correlated with the theme of the ANEICON 2023. So to judge you all people, we have two eminent personality here. I'd like to introduce them to this platform. Dr. Golden Catherine. She is the Associate Professor from Dr. Jayasekharan College of Nursing, Kanyakumari District, Tamil Nadu. Welcome you, ma'am. You can unmute your mic, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome you, ma'am, for accepting our invitation to be a judge on this day. Welcome you, ma'am. And we are waiting for the other judge to join. So he'll be watching through YouTube, no problem. We are on processes. So, ma'am, we will start the competition, I think so. Shall we?
Sure, sure.
Okay. So, already instruction has been given to all the participants in the WhatsApp group that your timing is 5 minutes. So when it exits, automatically your screen will be off. And the language of the elocution is English, only English. So immediately when we mention the lot number in the WhatsApp group, you can join through StreamYard. Until then, you just watch YouTube. So once we mention your lot number in the WhatsApp group, then you can join in the StreamYard. Kindly make note of this, all the participants. Kindly watch YouTube now. We have sent the YouTube link also to you. Kindly watch through that. And when your lot number is mentioned in the group, that time only you have to enter to the StreamYard link. So kindly cooperate it. And already we have mentioned 3 names in the group. So we will start with, ma'am, first we are starting with staff nurses speech.
Okay.
So the staff nurses has been noted as, staff nurses lot number is noted as NS.
Yes,
So I will call the name. If NS01, Raj Singh is there, Raju Singh is there. Okay, we'll go with NS02, Major Ranjana Banik. I'm letting her inside, ma'am, and I am hiding you.
Okay, best wishes, participants.
Okay, Major.
May I start, sir?
Yeah, I can start.
Hello?
Yeah, you can start.
Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Okay. Good morning to all. In ancient India, the medical care was provided only by doctors and physicians. Though Sushrita, the father of medicine, had mentioned about nursing while describing few essential qualities of nurses. Nursing in India started and developed only after invasion by the British. Tracing the roots of nursing as an effective and compassionate profession dates back to Florence Nightingale, known as the Lady with the Lamp. Nurses form the pillar of India's healthcare system, representing 30.5% of the entire health services. Effective utilization of the workforce is vital to ensure high quality, cost effective health service delivery. Developed countries have consistently shown that task shifting by involving nurse practitioners in primary healthcare delivery has greater efficiency and positive health outcomes. The necessity for continuing education has been progressively acknowledged in nursing literature, and the training needs have to be identified accurately. The primary healthcare team would serve as the fulcrum for planning, delivery, and monitoring of services. Amidst a significant shortage in the provision of effective primary care, jeopardizing millions of Indians' access to basic healthcare services, especially the poorest, it is very evident that nurse practitioners are the need of the hour in India. Their role in advanced practice could allay a significant portion of the shortage in the health workforce ratio, thereby transforming their role as first contact providers. Taking lessons from well-established systems and evidences on the panoramic impacts of nurse practitioners in terms of cost effectiveness, accessibility, holistic and patient-centered approach, their role is very significant for a country like India. Capitalizing on nurses in advanced practice to increasing patients' access to healthcare services will be appealing and beneficial. Nurses will also play an active role in the Ayushman Bharat program of the Government of India, with delineated roles at the health wellness centers while playing a pivotal role in the hospital level insurance model of care. Updated training, acknowledgement of nurses, reduced referrals, and home care nursing are a few milestones for expanding the role of nurse practitioners in the healthcare delivery system across the country. The role of nurses in public health administration is also going to take a major role. While the national health policy unfolds its features over time, the health sector will eventually experience clear-cut leadership emerging within the nursing personnel as their role in practicing gets deepened and strengthened. With improved education, the foundation of knowledge is strengthened and making nurses who are capable of learning and adapting new skills without facing any issues. Improved code of ethics gives a sense of security to those entering the profession and attracts more individuals to it. And lastly, technological advancements have made it possible and easier for nurses to help their patients more efficiently and accurately. Lastly, I have a message for all the nurses. The future of nursing in the nation will be bright if only the future of nation is bright. Together we can make healthcare green and sustainable to give our nation a healthier future. Nurses can make a difference and impact if recognized, respected, and rewarded for being a care hero at the bedside and a business hero at the boardroom. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Thank you so much for your valuable time. Meanwhile, I welcome our next judge, Mr. Jerin Rajan, Assistant Professor from Sri Vinoba Bhav College of Nursing, Silvassa. Welcome you, sir.
Thank you, dear. Thank you to be a part of this program.
Okay, thank you so much for your time. So next is lot number NS03. Is NS03 is there? NS03. Indra Das. Okay, NS04. NS04. Okay, we have NS06, Sonika Malik. NS06, Sonika Malik. You can start. Yeah, just kindly note this is NS06, lot number NS06. Yeah, you can start. Yeah, Sonika Malik, you can start.
Hello. May
Yeah,
I
you can
audible?
start. Yeah, you're audible.
The audible?
You are
May I
audible.
audible, sir?
You are audible, you can start.
Okay. Good afternoon, all. Uh, Too often, we underestimate the power of touch, a smile, a kind word, a listening ear, an honest compliment, or the smallest act of caring, all which have the potential to turn a life around. Nurses are two-thirds of health workforce in India. Their central role in healthcare delivery in terms of prevention, treatment, care, and rehabilitation are highly significant. As a caregiver, the nurses help client to regain health through healing process. Nurse address the holistic healthcare need of the client. As a caregiver, the nurse help client to regain health through healing process. With a rise in the number of patients and emergence of new and long-term illness, the value of nurses in both preventive healthcare and disease management is consistently improving. India is witnessing a significant rise in demand for specialized and highly skilled nurses in tertiary and quaternary care. Nurses contribute to the nursing profession by using their voice and experience to advocate for patients within their healthcare team, ensuring they get the care they need. Nurses also play a key role in shaping hospital wide policies for approaches that help patients and their families. Nurses' contribution to quality improvement and directly involved in almost all aspects of hospital quality, including patient care, bedside, and medication management, assistance with surgeries and other major operation data, collection, reporting, and more. Last but not the least, I quote what the Florence Nightingale said, let us never consider ourselves finished nurses. We must be learning all our lives. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Next, NS05. NS05 is there. NS05. NS05. Manisha, can you join? Yeah, you can proceed. Your time starts now.
Okay, thank you,
Judges,
sir. Good afternoon.
Judges, kindly notice NS05.
Good afternoon. Today we are here for this. Today we are here for the speech competition, which is on contribution on Indian nurses to the future of Indian healthcare. Yes, we are the nurses, and the nurses are the angel. Without their the healthcare facility is cannot stand. Nurses is more than just a job. Being a nurse, we can create the differences in the healthcare industry. We are the empowered for the patient safety parameters in the hospital and in the community and in the other sector area also. In India, we still face some social taboos. In spite of those things, nurses are the pillars of the Indian healthcare society. The nurses being educated, advocate, and counsel the patient along with their family to overcome with all the social taboos. We educate them from our research and validate information to break down the myth based on their truth. Because of their illogical religious, patient can get harm. In nursing, we conduct the social drama to teach our society and to make differences in their self. In also the hospital setting, when we deal with a patient, he listens to them and we educate them to break out their value that might interfere with the patient's safety and circumstances. The nurses work with a different population in the variety of settings to coordinate their aim and the prevention of disease and promotion of health and in the care of sick or dying. With the impending the rise in the demand, the quality and the care skill, the specialized role of nurses in the paramount to ensure the high quality. At the end, yes, we are the caregiver and we can create the changes, although we were teaching and educating the patient for the Indian society. Without the nurses, there cannot be any parameter health facility cannot be stand. Yes, we are here to empower patient and to secure and to treat the patient. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And next, NS03. Sorry, NS04. NS04. I repeat, NS04, please.
7.
NS04.
Hello,
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
Jean.
Okay. You can start. Judges,
Okay,
kindly
thank
notice
you.
NS04.
Hello, yes. May I start?
Yeah, you can start.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon to all. I am actually. Good afternoon to all and the judges. We have gathered here to talk on contribution of Indian nurses to the future of Indian healthcare. Actually, I'd like to start with it feels good to hear somewhere and from someone to say take care, but it feels so much better to hear someone say, I will take care of you. And we are that workforce, we say to others to that we will take care of them. And as we all know, and it has been told every now and then, nursing is one of the most noble profession. That saying is very, very apt for our profession. as because of its comprehensiveness. Nursing is one of the professions which is comprehensive in itself. Comprehensive in terms of the care that we render. The care that we render is inclusive of preventive, promotive, curative, and rehabilitative care. Whereas if we go regarding the care rendered by other healthcare team members, they have very specific boundaries for the care that they have to render. If an individual is into preventive, they will only deal with the preventive care. If someone is into treating something or the curative care, they will just be limited towards giving curative care, and rehabilitation specialists will render only specified care in terms of rehabilitation. But when it comes to nursing, it is a service, a care rendered under one umbrella in terms of preventive, promotive, curative, everything. And it is not just limited to a particular group of people. It is comprehensive in terms of the beneficiary that we give services to. And if we talk in terms of time, in the eras that have gone in the past, the present era, and the future era which is going to come, the nursing will remain static. When we talk of traditional medicine, when the mode of medicine or care was traditional medicine, that time also nurses were required and considered to be very important. In present era, which we call modern medicine or modern treatment healthcare system, in this also nobody, and the COVID has all the more proved that nobody can deny the role of we nurses. And in the future also, when there will be care in terms of robotics, digital health care, when there will be telenursing, telemedicine, in that era also, the care of touch, the care of compassion, the care which will be comprehensive, nobody will be able to deny. And with the work being done by INC, Indian Nursing Council, which is our regulatory body, with the Nurse Practitioner Act coming into play, the role will be further advanced. We will be rendering the care, contributing to the healthcare system by means of our independent practice. Today, we hear very often there are nursing homes, but they are not in true sense a nursing home. And in future, we can imagine nursing homes which will be actually run by the nurses. Only thing the doctors will be visiting, writing the prescription, or maybe operating onto them. But the remaining care will be performed by the nurses. That we can visualize now itself. And I would like to repeat again with the past experience of the endemic and pandemics and epidemics which took place. We have all the more, the nation also has, the world also has agreed that yes, nurses are very important, because just giving medicine, just writing medicine, prescription, operating is not enough for any patient's recovery. But their holistic care, and the holistic care that we nurses render is in terms of nutrition, compassion, mental health, counseling, psychological health, and even the care is extended to the families, not just the individual. So only thing, one form of our nursing care would be changed, that we have to improve more upon our soft skills, because it will be more of a consumer and the provider sort of system in healthcare. And of course, we have to update ourselves with the technologies, newer innovations that are taking place. So we will be the leaders of future healthcare. Salute to nursing and salute to we nurses. With this, I come to the end of my speech. Thank you so much for giving me this platform. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Next, lot number NS07. Lot number NS07.
एक मिनट रुक जा.
Yes, you can start.
May I start? Hello.
NS07.
May I start?
You can start. Yeah, I can start.
Good afternoon. We are talking about Hello. Nurses, a key of health professional in the healthcare industry, play a vital role in the delivery of care. Nurses work with different populations in various settings to coordinate care aimed and prevention of disease, promotion of health, and care of sick. We are immediately raise the demand of quality care, skilled and specialized role in nursing paramount in ensure high quality. The creation of advanced nursing roles and specialization in the nursing made the nurses independent and more autonomous in the various roles. Advanced role contribute services models the best fit to the ever-changing demand of patients. At present, nurses principles in the clinical research, decision making, and demonstrate clinical leadership, skill improvement to the safety and quality of care. Dynamic changes in the healthcare industry and consumer awareness are the overdriving focused on influence need for the responsibilities. The article very briefly described the nursing transformation in the United States and defense nursing programs offered in India. If we are talking about rapid response, there is great nurses in healthcare system. Nursing has contributed a lot of healthcare system in India under the National Health Mission and Ayushman Bharat Initiative of Government of India. There is a strong felt need to provide in our roles of nurses in our lung area where doctors are not available. The presently exciting sub centers like PHC and sub centers of population of 5,000 in the Plain Valley area and 3,000 population in Hilly. Tribal area are being renamed Health and Wellness Center. Earlier, a male or female healthcare worker when posted were posted to such centers, and they are implanting the national health programs. Uh, nursing, yeah, like nursing is called a noble profession for a reason. It's not just about treating one patient, but also giving them comprehensive care and family-like support throughout their recovery process. It is about ensuring that patients know there someone to look after them, a caring professional who will be there to help them throughout care. A great deal preventive dedication and commitment to serve a nurses with a complementary of disease condition and technology advancement and achievement earlier what was considered but a occupational that only involved caring has now changed to become professional that involving care as well as curing. Nothing have time and again proved that they are extremely important fraction of healthcare sector and full partner of medical profession. The COVID-19 recently we have so many cases in COVID-19 pandemic was such as audit crisis while their nurses sold are equally responsible with the doctor playing an extended role where were involved in care efficient and cost efficient. So I can watch and also all over India watch that without nurses the condition would be extremely difficult to handle. The ability of nurse to carry out various jobs, learning new skills and adapting it to different environment with their driving force and keep the hospital function during the pandemic. The pandemic did not only showcase the complete competency of nurses, but also the importance of them. We are nursing. It's a globally. If we are working in a hospital, the group of work day in the day out serve outpatient suffering COVID-19, which is few days there where we were able to learn about the various and nursing management. They are the most performant team members for the doctors in planning, diagnosing, treating, and evaluation, and remaining part which we doctor only prescribe the prescription and all, but remaining care will be decided by nursing staff. So, the health served patients recovery without any served complication, the lessons, the economical burdens on the family, and the prayer nurse went beyond caring, participate early warning signs, and collaborate with the doctor in making the right clinical decision. The followed best practices of the care.
Yes, time is over.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. NS08. No, NS08. Judges kindly notice NS08. NS08.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, you can proceed.
Am I
Your
audible,
video,
sir?
you're audible, but video is not
Yeah, good
visible.
afternoon, sir. And good afternoon, all of you. I'm going to speak on the topic of contribution of Indian nurses to the future of Indian healthcare. Nurses are two-thirds of health workforces in India. Their central roles in healthcare delivery in terms of promotion, prevention, treatment care, and rehabilitation. Two words. Sir, am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible. You can continue.
Excuse me, sir, am I audible?
You're audible. You can continue.
The coordination care aimed at the prevention of disease, promotion of health care of sick and
Are you there, Shivali?
delivery have been revolorized to the include multiple settings.
Shivali? NS08? Hello? I think there's a network issues. Okay. NS09 is NS09 is there? NS09. NS10, NS10, NS10.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon to one and all present over here. Myself, Sakshi Kapoor, and we are here to talk about contribution of nurses in Indian healthcare. Nurses are a vital part of healthcare industry, but nursing shortages have appeared in many areas. The nursing profession need begin to recognize new trends and patterns that are emerging in health. It has been noted by many peoples into the profession. The Indian nurses work more effectively in other countries as compared to their own native lands. And that is surprising. The Indian nurses are settled in other countries and working as a recognized nursing nurses in other countries share that their hard work and diligence never get recognized and rewarded in India. And as per the current status in our country, where the doctors are considered next to God, but on the other hand, the large number of nurses who work hard day and night in a close proximity of sick handling, all ups and downs are just taken for granted. But nowadays, due to increased number of pupils need in healthcare, the demand for nurses will always be in high. That's why this profession is need to grow continue. Every nurse should be academically competent with soft skills and with the leadership quality. The future of healthcare in India relies on strengthening on our care quality, laying more emphasis on nursing education, creating favorable policies, improving working conditions, and charting a bright career path for the healthcare providers. And going forward, and special focus has to be laid on upskills of the nurses and preparing them for more challenging roles, handling crisis, emergencies, and provide training and reassess their training needs on basis of challenging healthcare scenarios and redesign to help India build a future ready with nursing workforce. We must also encourage nursing leadership by entrusting nurses with the ownership to improve care delivery and involving them in the decision making process. And other than there is an urgent need to improve the working condition of nurses and initiate flexible working policy, improve selection, recruitment, motivation, and retention of nursing establishment, suitable wage law, and define a clear career path for them and growth of medicine, artificial industry, and telehealth will also help the way function and provide a great potential and challenging for the development of nursing and healthcare in India. That's all. Here I am going to end my session. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Is NS11 there? NS11? NS11, Deepanjali. Sakshi, you can inform Deepanjali to join. NS11. Okay, judges, now we'll move to student section. So I invite SN01 now. SN01 judges, kindly notice student section is SN01.
Good afternoon, sir. May I start?
Yeah, I can start.
Strategic planning for the future is the most hopeful indication of our increasing social intelligence. I quote William Hartsey. A very good afternoon to all the wonderful people present on this forum. Today I, SN01, is here to talk about the topic of the house today. The demands for healthcare in future calls upon the nurses who are prepared to meet the needs of diverse patients in transforming social, economic, technological, and global order. They must be leaders, facilitators, care service providers at competitive level of knowledge and skill, ethical order in near future with the global standards. The nurses should be prepared so because they help in promoting health equity, reduce health disparities, and improve health and well-being of everyone. It is important for us to understand and identify the social and cultural determinants of health. The nurses should be so prepared that they are competent to care for an aging and more diverse population with adopting continuously to the new technologies and skills. It is believed that by the year 2030, the nursing profession will look vastly different and will be caring for a more challenging and changing world. There is a need for a fundamental shift. Ladies and gentlemen, hence there is a need for a fundamental shift in the idea of what constitutes a quality nursing education. The literature is replete. The literature is replete with calls for nurses to understand the concepts associated with the health equity such as disparities, culturally competent care, equity, and social justice. Among other areas of focus, the essentials call for baccalaureate programs to prepare the nurses to collaborate with other healthcare professionals and participate to provide spiritually and culturally appropriate health promotion and disease injury prevention interventions, to assess health, healthcare, and emergency preparedness needs for a defined population, to participate in clinical prevention and population of focused interventions. A report of the Institute of Medicine, that is IOM, from nearly 2 decades ago asserts that all healthcare professionals, including the nurses, need to understand the determinants of health the link between the medical care, healthy population, and the professional responsibilities. Ladies and gentlemen, the preparation of a diverse 21st century nursing workforce is a critical priority to cope with the issues including international migration, a global healthcare, and worldwide nursing shortage. The pandemic has made everything digital, including the healthcare by telemedicine and telenursing services, focusing on competencies in nursing informatics. Well qualified and competent teaching faculty can only prepare the best nurses for tomorrow. Faculty development. This word acts as an umbrella term under which many programs can be held. A transparent system of accounts and facilities available for nurses should exist, and it should be made known to the workforce to avail the benefits properly. The significant barriers are always there in every stream, and hence so are there in nursing too. The significant barriers in preparing the nurses for the future are lack of quality clinical settings or sites for educational purpose. The resources are limited. Yet the workload of nursing is increasing. The social and economic structure is such that it is propelling the nurses to emigrate to foreign countries to find a better asset. Division and discrimination on the basis of gender, religion is being seen, and the technological advancement and time lag in adopting that technological advancement in the clinical setting is favoring a good barrier, which should be eliminated. During 19th and 20th century, the main goal might have been that assisting the physician is the good role for nurses, but now nurses are shouldering up a new sense of responsibility in multiple areas. Now, concluding my topic, I would like to say it's not about a single entity who will come to the forefront and change the future for the nurses or the nursing profession. To prepare the nurses for future challenges and opportunities, the nurse leaders, executive, administrators, and on top of all, the nurse educators should take the lead, come to the forefront, act as a torchbearer for a brighter, stronger, and more reliable future of our nursing profession. Strengthening regulatory bodies for better implementation of policies, evaluation system needs an arduous effort by our nurse executives and leaders. With this, I give an end to my quote, my speech, but not to my thoughts anymore. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Judges, kindly notice one staff category, one participant is left. So NS11. NS11. Judges, kindly notice NS11.
Yes, sir. NS11.
Okay. You can start.
Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, you're audible. You're audible. Kindly start.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir. To do what nobody else will do, a way that nobody else do. In spite of that, all we go through, that is to be a nurse. Good afternoon, everyone. And thank you so much for this opportunity to share my views in front of you. So, nursing is a healthcare profession that focusing on the care of individual and their families to help to recover from illness and maintain optimal health and quality of life. They play an integral role in promoting health, preventing illness, and caring of the individual, including those who are disabled, who are mentally ill, who are physically ill. If we want to a great health care sector, we have to first focuses on our study, on our nursing studies, our teaching methods, fitness to practices, system approach, our collaboration, our teamwork, and many more things. Nurses are two-thirds of the health workforce in India. Their control roles in healthcare delivery in terms of promotion, prevention, treatment care, and rehabilitation are highly significant. Nurses need to take leadership and proceed to participate more at higher levels to bring a change in existing scenario. Adaptation of nurses as a nurse practitioner would not be easy, but it will definitely bring the pride and honor which every nurse desires for. And collaboration, that is more important during the time of we are doing our work, we are in a workplace. The collaboration is very important between the nurses, between our doctors and another staff. Collaborating working models of nurses and doctors with mutual respect would reflect positively on the health outcomes for a country. And we can also distinguish ourselves by a nurse working on three main qualities. For example, confidence, professionalism, and teamwork. If we are confident, we are professionally well educated, and we know how to do teamwork, we know how to we can encourage our teams, how to lead the team, so we can easily go through our next level performances. Nurses will have to focus on wellness and prevention. They will also have to keep abreast of the most recent researches. And nurses are the caregivers who help the client regain health through healing processes. They are a good coordinator. They have to coordinate with the many clients, doctors, nurses, as other staffs. They have to make a good listener. They have to communicate properly. Uh, uh, they have to become a good counselor between the patient and nurses and towards the doctors. They have to become a team player, motivator, delegator, critical thinker, innovator, and researchers also. And they have to make ourselves also advocate, which helps to which helps to protect the patient from many drug adverse reactions which is possible. So they have to become a leader who influence the client to make a decision for their health, for their health, or for their another treatment, and etc. They have to become as a manager to care not only one client but also to families and in communities also. They have to maintain a good bond between patient and nurse also, which is a interpersonal relationship between the patient and nurse. They have to also become a good counselor, which help the client to recognize and cope up with stressful and social and psychological problems. And they may, if you are doing a good care, where you are providing a good care to patient, and you are efficient to the new techniques and the new advancement of the technologies, then you are also helpful for the further treatments, and also help in further new technicians and the new advancement of the medical lines. They may forget your name, but they will never forget how you made them feel. So this is all about my views. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now is SN03. 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 Judges can know that it's a student participant SN03.
Good afternoon, everybody. So today's topic is preparing future nurses to go above and beyond the call of duty, the first to work and the last to leave. The heart and soul of caring, a unique soul who will pass through your life for a minute and impact it for an eternity. An empowered individual whom you may meet only for a 12-hour period, but who will put you and yours above theirs. Preparing future nurses to provide quality patient care in today's complex care environment requires nurse educators to develop learning experiences that promote clinical reasoning, evidence based practices, decision making, and teamwork skills for many clinical situations. The use of stimulation learning experiences in nursing education has been found to impact learning positively. National Stimulation Study found that up to 50% of traditional clinical learning experiences can be substituted with stimulation when these learning experiences are conducted under comparable conditions. The primary goals of nursing education remains the same. That is, nurses must be prepared to meet diverse patient needs, and to enhance the clinical critical thinking for pandemic situations like COVID-19, function as leaders and advance science that benefits patients and the capacity of health professionals to deliver safe, quality patient care. At the same time, nursing education needs to be transformed in a number of ways to prepare nursing graduates to work collaboratively and effectively with other health professionals in a complex and evolving healthcare system in a variety of settings. For example, need to be able to transition smoothly from their academic preparations to a range of academics to enhance the critical thinking of. At the same time, nursing education needs to be transformed in a number of ways to prepare nursing graduates to work collaboratively and effectively with other health professionals in complex and evolving healthcare system in a variety of settings. For example, need to be able to transition smoothly their academic preparation in a range of practice environments with an increased emphasis on the community and public health settings. And advanced practice registered nurses need graduate programs that can prepare them to assume their roles in primary care, acute care, long-term care, and other settings as well as specialty. Productivity and performance of a profession depend upon the self-satisfaction and professional commitment of its student and escort to growing profits. Transformational leadership and approach of enhanced interpersonal relationship between supervisor and subordinate is a way to create higher level of job satisfaction and organizational commitment of students. Transformational leaders also help students to become more creative, innovative, and bring such new ideas which allow the organization to grow competitively and adapt itself to the changing external environment. At last, I would like to conclude by saying the power for creating a better future is contained in the present moment. You create a good future by creating a good present. Thank you.
Thank you so much. The next number, SN04. SN04. You can start.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes, you can start.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm SN04, and I'll be speaking on the topic of preparing nurses for a future. I asked my three friends why they chose this profession. They, of course, enjoy the science of medicine, but as one of my friends, Ishika, puts it, I enjoy fulfillment when I am able to answer patients' healthcare questions and guide them through their acute and chronic health issues. But they all know they are making true difference in people's lives. Nurses endures long hours, sore feet, and complaints while calming scared patients and loved ones. Nurses are irrespective of their gender, specialized to provide professional health care to the community. Nursing staff and other people might often ask the nurses that why nursing, right? I think people often ask this question because they treat us as workers who clean dung at the base of the medical hierarchy, due to which many nurses either become a doctor or leaves the program. But future nurses must know that we are not accessories. We are fully realized agents of their own fate who came to a choice about their career like anyone else. Nurses will tell you that they will always want to work with people, not for them or not above them. Nursing requires excessive hard work, working hours, continuous scoldings, blames for the things that they haven't even done. But all this will teach you and give us an opportunity to grow and flourish and become the best nurses for the people. Because you know when it is the hardest, and that's when you move, you will know that you did the right thing. Throughout nursing program, we are taught about various specialties and also given the necessary exposure required to ace this condition people get affected from. But the lesser importance is given to to the students to get prepared prior to the challenges they will face, the problems to which they have to go alone to find solutions. And it might be one of the reasons why nurses quit within the first few months of joining. What and how to handle various problems we face throughout our program duration is nothing less to what we might face at our jobs. Failure, sleepless nights, emotional breakdown, missing your family, feeling inferior, and many more experiences. It doesn't matter how we reach to the place where we are, it's the experiences we share and and learn from which it matters. It is the choice that we make through the things that we do. I'll say it again, it is the choice that we make through the things that we do. Some things that future nurses must remember is that nursing is one of the most noble, rewarding careers out there. Amazing job securities, and in the next few decades, it has an amazing job securities. The requirement for nurses is only going to go up. On the top of that, there is a broad scope of practice, and you can work in a hospital, you can work in a nursing home, you can work in an administration. Being a nurse is a demanding occupation. At times, you're working crazy long hours, spending that time standing on your feet. Sometimes you have to give your holidays up, where you could spend that time with your loved ones, and instead you are taking care of complete stranger. And sometimes, worst of it all, you may not even receive the gratitude you truly deserve, both from patients and doctors. Future nurses, remember that nothing matters as long as you are ready and determined to make the difference. And our younger generations also need to remember that to never sell yourself short. This profession will always provide you and your family and never let you sleep empty stomach. And above all, you will always be grateful that you came back after taking care of a patient who is most vulnerable, and that person will give you his blessings. At the end, I would like to say, becoming a nurse is hard. Yes, it is really hard, but it is the hard that makes it special. So, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And next is SN05. SN05.
Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible. You can start.
Yes, sir. Respected chief judges and organizers of this and all the audience, a very good afternoon to you all. I am SN05. Today, I am here to deliver a speech on the topic preparing nurses for future. As we all know, nursing is the most trusted and gratifying profession. Nursing is not just about providing patient care. It is about providing care to those who cannot provide for themselves. We nurses are the beating heart of our health system. As we all know, an army man is the unit of defense system. Same like that, we nurses are the sub unit of our health system. I had never dreamed in my I have never dreamed about nursing profession, but you can assume it that as a destiny. And currently, I am pursuing in nursing, so I am feeling that it is the most satisfying profession and the best profession. And I would like to request all the youngsters that they should join this profession. Nursing, if a person saves a life, it is called hero. But when someone is saving hundred of lives, it is called nurse. A nurse is the one who opens the eyes of a newborn and closes the eyes of a dying man. At last, I would like to request all the parents that when a child is born in a family, every member forces them to become a doctor, engineer, IS, PCS, or for joining the other professions. But I would like to request all the parents that they should aware their children about the nursing profession, because in the future nursing has a wide scope. That's all about my speech. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, SN05, that how we mentioned that nurses are hero. Now with SN06. Judges kindly note it SN06. You can proceed.
Good afternoon, sir.
The future is completely open and we are writing it the moment to moment. I, SN06, is here to speak for the topic preparing nurses for the future. Have you ever stopped and realized how nursing has changed over the years? Nurses used to be limited to the battlefields and hospitals, but today they are in doctors' offices, schools, hospitals, and in the military bases, and also giving help through the telehealth services. You cannot transmit wisdom and insight in another person. The seed is already there. A good teacher teaches and allows and wakes you up to sprout and to grow. I unquote Nath Han. So it is the teacher or the educator who plays a vital role in preparing the nurses for the future. The teachers can prepare the nurses for future by providing the simulation method of teaching so that the students who are not working as a nurse can practice in their laboratories by the simulation method of teaching and can be exposed to the things which are not currently present. Like in the COVID-19, if we would have been aware of the viruses, or we would have learned by the simulation techniques of teaching or prepared for the future, then there would not have been the death of 1,15,000 healthcare workers during the 1 year of COVID-19. The most reliable way to predict the future is to create it by your own. And we can create our future by working on it today. The Florence Nightingale said that and emphasize on the teaching. The nurse must use her brain, heart, and hands to create healing environments and to care for the patient's body, mind, spirit. But what if they are not well themselves, as they have maximum exposure to illness and the chemicals? If we really want to use our heart, brain, and hands for working, then we have to prepare our future nurses to uh, for proper way of discardation of chemicals and appropriately label them, the containers and the specimens with the chemicals to minimize their exposures and be healthy so that they can work properly. And if we look at the future, the next decade, we'll see the major shifts in the design of health systems and healthcare properly by the digital health and bionics. In bionics, we use the electronics that mimics the biology in order to enhance the human abilities, while elective and military enhancements are inevitable. Medical applications like artificial organs and replacement of limbs and the other organs artificially are the most common things which we will be seeing in the future. And the increased artificial intelligence adoptions and the health system moving to the clouds of the medical science. The heart of medicine, the nurses should be prepared as a nurse leader, nurse teachers, nurse well-beings, and should also be prepared for the emergencies. Through these roles, nurses impact the medical and the social factors that drive health outcomes and the healthcare equity. For this, we must create educational opportunities as the undergraduate and at graduate levels in informatics, digital health, co-designs and implementation of the science and the data science. Nurses must learn how to identify those healthcare needs of patients, families, communities, and the societies to communicate those health to policies and to decision making. I want a vision that incorporates nurses creating compassionate and experiences that exceed patient and family expectations, and to serve as a catalyst to improve the health and work with dedication, devotion, compassion, and kindness. As I'm in Indian Army, I can proudly say to the future generations, it's not necessary to become a soldier to serve the nation. As being a nurse also, you can serve your nation. A nurse is the one who believes in miracles. A nurse is the one who is there always for the patient when they need. It's not being a doctor to help the person, but also the nurse. At the last, I would like to say, change only happens in the present moment. The past is already done. The future is the energy and intentions. So, to prepare nurses for future, we just need to create that energy and intentions into them. Rest all they will learn gradually if they have the energy and the intentions to learn. Thank you.
Thank you. SN07. SN07. Your SN07? You're 7 and 11. SN07. SN07.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, I am SN11.
No, I want 07. Who is 07? Okay, we don't want to waste the time. We'll go with SN09.
Good afternoon, sir. It was the year 1854, and the British government was entrenched in the Crimean War. Florence Nightingale served as a volunteer on one of the floors of wars where the soldiers were brought after they've been injured on the battlefield. Unlike the women of her generation, she had been educated, and with her knowledge, combined with her vigor to overthrow contemporary medical practices, is what laid the foundation for nursing practice, which till date is what we follow. This foreseeing and insight into the future times is exactly what we need in the modern times to revolutionize nursing practice. As we talk about the future, there is one term that is synonymous with it. Yes, artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is often described as new electricity, just as the invention of electricity transformed the way we live and work. Artificial intelligence is poised to transform the world we live in. With technology artificial intelligence, healthcare teams will be significantly impacted as innovations such as robots are launched into healthcare and patient home settings. Although important decisions and help in navigating decision making can be done by artificial intelligence, the main role of nurses comes in advocating for patients. Critical decisions associated with care for sicker, frailer patients will have to be made by the nursing staff. Nurses will also be called upon to fill primary care roles and to help patients manage chronic illnesses, thereby preventing acute care episodes and disease progression. That is to add that touch of healing humanity. In tandem with that, nursing staff will also have to be equipped with the requisite knowledge and skills to effectively work with life saving technology. Another important aspect of nursing that requires focus when it comes to redesigning healthcare for the future is nursing leadership. Strong leadership is critical if the vision of a transformed healthcare system is to be realized. To play an active role in achieving this vision, the nursing profession must produce leaders throughout the system from bedside to boardroom. These leaders must act as full partners with physicians and other health professionals and must be accountable for their own contributions of delivering high quality care while working collaboratively with leaders from other health professions. And this is the role of future nurses should be trained for. Being a full partner requires leadership skills and competencies that must be applied within the profession and in collaboration with other health professionals. In care environments, being a full partner involves taking responsibility for identifying problems and areas of waste, devising and implementing a plan for improvement, tracking improvement over time, and making necessary adjustments to realize established goals. Nurses also should serve actively on advisory committees, commissions, and boards where policy decisions are made to advance health systems to improve patient care. Equally important, all nurses, from students to bedside and community nurses to chief nursing officers and members of nursing organizations to researchers, must take responsibility for their personal and professional growth by developing leadership competencies. Welcoming these changes in the nursing profession will have to start from the grassroots level, that is, nursing education. Nursing school curriculum needs to be strengthened so that nurses are prepared to help promote health equity, reduce health disparities, and improve health and well being of everyone. Nursing schools will need to ensure that nurses are prepared to understand and identify the social determinants of health, have expanded learning experiences in the community so they can work with different people with varied life experiences and cultural values, have the competencies to care for an aging and more diverse population, can engage in new professional roles, are nimble enough to adapt continually to new technologies, and can lead and collaborate with other professions and sectors. The nursing students and faculty will need to be equipped also to break down the barriers of structural racism prevalent in today's nursing education. So, to conclude, by 2030, the nursing profession will look vastly different and be caring for a changing India. This will require nurses to bring in innovation, skill development, and inclusion of a wide variety of technology, all the while building on and nourishing the values and principles that has governed the nursing practice since ages. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Now is SN10. SN10. Judges kindly notice SN10. Good afternoon. You can start.
Today, I intend presenting my words on the topic preparing nurses for the future. Let me begin by saying that nurses are the unique soul who will pass through your life for a minute and impact it for an eternity. Or maybe they are empowered individuals whom you may meet only for an hour but who will put you above them. In my view, nurses should achieve higher levels of education and training system that promotes a seamless academic progression, and yes, many changes are being attempted to improve the nursing. Improvement in nursing requires equally profound changes in the education of nurses both before and after they receive their license. Nurses' education at all levels needs to provide a better understanding of experience in care management, quality improvement methods, system level change management, and the recapitalized roles of nurses in a reformed healthcare system. The COVID-19 pandemic has changed the world, the way we live, socialize, work, interact with each other, and the way we deliver nursing care. It has raised the visibility of nurses like never before and underlined the nurses to indispensable healthcare and the backbone of every health service. Nurses are the front lines of this pandemic, working to educate, research, prevent, treat, and care for the people with care, resilience, creativity, and great leadership skills. The goals of nursing education remain the same. Nurses must be prepared, diverse to patient needs, functions as leaders, and advance science that benefits patients and the capacity of health professionals to deliver safe, quality patient care. At the time, nursing education needs to be transformed in a number of ways to prepare nursing graduates to work collaboratively and effectively with other health professionals in a complex and evolving healthcare system in a variety of settings. The modern day lays out a vision for future healthcare and shows how putting issues in position of influence and power will lead to more people-centered and integrated approaches to healthcare and consequently more positive outcomes for the people and communities that nurses serve. They have skilled, knowledgeable, highly educated professionals who provide people-centered holistic care throughout the life journey. A variety of current and emerging issues influence the field of nursing, from ongoing healthcare reform and the integration of new technology to patient-centered care to respect for the profession and its expertise, merit exploration and consideration in setting national priorities for the next 10 years. As the global voice of nursing, the International Council of Nurses (ICN) will continue to advance the nursing profession, promoting the well-being of nurses so they can continue to lead and deliver health for all. So at last, I want to say that you cannot transmit wisdom and insight to another person. The seed is already there. A teacher touches the seed, allowing it to wake up, to sprout, and to grow. Thank you.
Thank you. Next is SN11. SN11. Judges kindly note is SN11.
Good afternoon to everyone. Today I, SN number 11, is going to speak on the topic preparing nurses for the future. The demands of healthcare in the 21st century call for nurses who are prepared to meet the needs of diverse patients, be leaders, deliver safe, high quality patient care, and work at the top of their license. Moreover, nurses need to integrate nursing knowledge and science with practice as well as use highly skilled clinical reasoning and ethical comportment in patient care. Nurse educators in Oregon in the United States responded to demands for increasing skills in graduates through development of a statewide nursing education curriculum shared by partners at community colleges and state universities. Oregon Consortium for Nursing Education reviews new approaches to clinical education that support specific examples of innovative ways which emphasize on case-based, concept-based, and integrated clinical experience. In response to these many current and anticipated challenges in nursing practice, a competency-based curriculum was developed by nurse educators in Oregon. The elements of this model proposed were case-based, concept-based, intervention skill-based, focused direct client care, and integrated experience. Different elements are dominant in early, middle, and late clinical experiences to best support the developmental level of the student. Expectations for faculty, students, and clinical staff were also developed to enhance best practices in clinical nursing. Preparation of clinical partners for a change in clinical learning and student accountability are essential for optimum learning. Globally, the demands of the nursing workforce and changing environment of healthcare today call for a change in clinical education for nursing students. In response, a new clinical education model was developed with input from clinical and education representatives. This model has elements that exist throughout the curriculum but may be more dominant in certain phases of the curriculum based on the developmental needs of the learner. Nursing school curricula need to be strengthened so that nurses are prepared to help promote health equity, reduce health disparities, and improve the health and well-being of everyone. Nursing schools need to ensure that nurses are prepared to understand and identify the social determinants of health have expanded learning experiences in the community so that they can work with different people with varied life experiences and cultural values, have competency to care for an aging and more diverse population, can engage in new professional roles, are nimble enough to adapt continually to new technologies, and can lead to collaborate with other professions and sectors. I will conclude by saying that nursing students and faculty not only need to reflect the diversity of the population, but also need to break down barriers of structural racism prevalent in today's nursing education. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next is SN12. S Central, kindly participants, don't mention your name, kindly mention only your lot number. It's SN12. Judges, kindly note is SN12.
Good afternoon, sir. So, good afternoon, everyone. Today, I would like to address the topic of preparing nurses for the future. As we moving further into 21st century, the role of nurses in healthcare is becoming important. From caring for patients in hospitals to providing support in communities, nurses play a vital role in ensuring that our healthcare systems operate effectively. However, the healthcare landscape is rapidly evolving, and it is essential that we prepare our nurses for the future so that they can continue to provide exceptional care. One of the most one of the most important ways to prepare nurses for future is to provide them with ongoing education and programs. This means investing in programs that help nurses keep up with latest research and developments in healthcare. It also means giving nurses access to the latest technology and tools that can help them provide more effective care. Another key factor in preparing nurses for future is to ensure that they have the right skills to meet the evolving needs of patients. This includes critical thinking, problem solving, and communication, which are essential for delivering patient centered care. We must also ensure that nurses have a deep understanding of social determinants of health and impact of factors like poverty, inequality, and discrimination on health outcomes. To achieve these goals, we need to work collaboratively with nursing organizations, educational institutions, and healthcare providers to develop and implement comprehensive training programs that meet the needs of nurses at all stages of their careers. This includes programs that provide nurses with opportunities sorry, for continuing education, professional development, and mentorship. In addition, we must also recognize the importance of diversity and inclusion in nursing. To prepare nurses for future, we must ensure that the nursing workforce is representative of communities they serve. This means providing opportunities for underrepresented groups to enter the nursing profession and supporting development of culturally competent care. Another important aspect is emphasizing health promotion and disease prevention. Chronic diseases are on rise, and nurses can play a significant role in promoting healthy behaviors and lifestyles, as well as providing preventive care services such as immunization and cancer screenings. Leadership development is another critical component. Nurses must be able to lead interdisciplinary teams, communicate effectively, solving problems, and collaborate with others. By nurturing leadership skills in our nurses, we can ensure that they are well equipped to take on challenges of an increasingly complex healthcare system. Lastly, we need to recognize and reward nurses for their contributions to healthcare system. Nurses are often the unsung heroes of healthcare, and their work is essential to the functioning of hospitals, clinics, and other healthcare facilities. We should acknowledge and celebrate their achievements and provide them with opportunities for career advancement and professional growth. Lastly, I would like to say, let us work together to support the nurses of today and tomorrow. and ensure that they have the tools and resources they need to provide high quality care to all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next is SN13. SN13. SN14, be ready. Next SN after SN13, SN14, be ready. You can start.
Nurses are there when the last breath is taken. Nurses are there when the first breath is taken. Although it is very enjoyable to celebrate the birth, it is as important to comfort the death. Nurses gives care, compassion, comfort without even having a prescription. So good morning, everyone. Today, my slot number is SN13, and I am giving speech on the topic preparing the nurses for the future. The future of the nursing profession. There is no doubt that the healthcare system is constantly changing and working to improve the flaws to the best of its ability. The nurses are a part of the ever-changing health system. With more than 3 million of the nursing profession is the largest segment of the nation's healthcare workforce. The Institute of Medicine believes that nursing should be active in transferring the profession of nursing. Contributing the profession of nursing along with the healthcare of all the nurses can contribute to the future of the nursing by the profession. Nurses need to perform to all the inclusive expand of their schooling and achievement. Nurses need to commit to reach the most prestigious level of the education and training through a refined education network that advocates consistent advancement skills and grasp the knowledge to understand the human anatomy, physiology, psychology, and working comprehension in clinical, social, and behavioral sciences. They need working skills and achievements and method in order to competent in leadership and management roles. Need a working knowledge in community health, illness, and community-based patient care. They need to know how to distribute patient care with other patient care modalities with appropriate patient care. The future of nurses will have to have skills based on unchanging sciences, prerequisite courses. Healthcare policy, knowledge, skills, and belief will need to be taught. Hence, I would like to conclude by saying, as a nurse, we have the opportunity to heal the mind, soul, heart, and body of the patient. They may forget your name, but they will never forget how you made them feel. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Now is SN14. Judges, kindly note is SN14. You can start.
In the words of Malcolm X, I quote, "The future belongs to those who prepare for it today," unquote. A very good morning to respected judges and everybody present here. I am lot number SN14. Malcolm, through his tremendous words, highlighted the importance of preparation and planning. Today, I will be talking about preparing nurses for the future. It is very important to discuss because we can ensure strength and sustainability of the healthcare system. As we stand at the dawn of a new era in healthcare system, we must ask ourselves, are we adequately prepared for the future? Specifically, are we actually preparing our nurses for the future? Well, nurses are the backbone of the healthcare system. They ensure that the patients are receiving the care that they need. However, as the society and the healthcare system evolve, we must equip our nurses with the knowledge and skills that they require to thrive in the future. First and foremost, we must recognize that the future of healthcare is actually digital. Technology is rapidly transforming the way we diagnose and treat diseases. So our nurses must be able to navigate this new landscape. We must provide our nurses with the knowledge and skills so that they are proficient with the latest technological tools and platforms. Our nurses must be able to to be able to navigate the landscape and be able to operate the new tools and platforms of the technological advancements is made in the sector of healthcare. And by this, we can ensure that the nurses will be able to provide better healthcare to the patients. Moving forward, we must recognize that the future of healthcare is also characterized by aging population and increase in the number of chronic diseases. What this actually means is that we must provide our nurses with the knowledge and skill that they require to care for older patients and to manage chronic conditions. For this, we don't require just the clinical skills, but also very important components like communication and empathy. Our nurses must be able to build strong relationships with the patients and their relatives and their families so as to provide the holistic care they need. Moreover, our nurses must be able to understand that the future of healthcare is also global. So, as the world becomes more interconnected, our nurses must be able to have a deeper understanding and be able to care for the patients from diverse cultural backgrounds. Our nurses must be trained in cultural diversity, competency, and in inclusion, so that our nurses must be able to communicate effectively with the patients from different backgrounds, specifically different cultural backgrounds, so that our nurses are able to understand the different needs, beliefs, and sentiments of the patients. Lastly, our nurses must be able to understand that it is very important that the healthcare sector's dynamics are very uncertain. We face challenges like pandemics, natural disasters, and other unforeseen events where our nurses are required to be very adaptable and resilient. So, what exactly this means is that nurses should be trained to be agile and flexible, to be able to think critically and creatively, and to work collaboratively with the colleagues so as to provide the best possible care to the patients in challenging circumstances. Now, as I conclude, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to say that preparing our nurses for the future requires a collective effort from all of us. We must ensure that we provide the nurses with the accurate knowledge and skills so that they can navigate the new landscape of the healthcare system. They must be able to recognize and understand the dynamics of the healthcare system and work accordingly. Now, as we know that the healthcare system is ever evolving, our nurses must be prepared, and by doing so, we can ensure that we are creating a culture that actually truly values and supports the nurses. As we do so, we will be ensuring that the healthcare system is well armored and our nurses will be ensuring that they are able to make a positive effect on the world and in the lives of their patients. So, yes, we do need to prepare because indeed success comes in when opportunity means preparation. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next is SN15. SN15, judges kindly note the lot number SN15.
Nightingale once said, and I quote, "Nursing is an art, and it is to be made an art. It requires an exclusive devotion, as hard a preparation as any painter's or sculptor's work." Good afternoon to all present here. I am SN15 is going to deliver a speech on the topic preparing the nurses for future. As I've mentioned earlier about the statement made by Nightingale, it's very fundamental to have an exclusive devotion and preparation to prepare the nurses for future. So today I'm going to put in picture how to make them more efficient and skillful to make them our future nurses. Firstly, I would like to emphasize about the mental preparation. Why they have to be prepared mentally? Because they have to be more efficient and should be able to overcome any chaos that comes in front of them and they should be proactive and skillful. For that, they should know why they want to become a nurse, and that motivates them to be more efficient and to work proactively. The next point I would like to bring to the fore is to prepare them for any kind of emergencies and disasters. The nurses play a vital role in disaster management before, during, and after any crisis. They must know how to provide how to provide the treatment and how to assess and triage the victims and how to provide first and advanced clinical care and life-saving medications and to provide physical and mental health needs during the time of disaster and crisis. Following the emergencies and disasters, nurses should develop a good leadership quality. For an excellent leadership, the nurse should have good communication skill, a good critical thinking, emotional intelligence, decision making, and should be dynamic and should be compassionate. And that enables them to develop a good leadership quality. The next point I'm going to put in picture is about the collaborative practice of nursing. Its foundation for a quality care. Effective teamwork and professional partnership empowers the nurses to work more efficiently. To develop this collaborative practice, the nurse should take part in various conferences and workshops that helps them to develop that collaborative practice in nursing. Finally, yet importantly, the nurses should be informed about the advancement in technologies. There are many advancements in technologies like telehealth, electronic health records, electronic lifting systems, and smart beds and digital monitors and automatic IV pumps, etc. So nurses should know how to utilize all these technologies in an effective way. There is also advancement in nursing education which facilitate the nursing education or nursing students to do their studies more easier. So today I have discussed about various key points that help the nurses to prepare for future, like a good leadership quality, the mental preparation, and how to prepare during chaos and disasters, and collaborative practice, and finally the advancement in technology. So today, I would like to end the speech by encouraging all the nurses present here to develop all these qualities and to become a bright and a successful nurse in future. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Next is SN16. SN16. Judges kindly note this SN16. SN16.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
I am SN16.
Can you switch on your video?
It's not.
Can you switch on your video? Okay, no problem. You can continue.
So good afternoon, everyone. I am SN16 and I am the student of College of Nursing, Government Medical College, Dhai. Today I am here to deliver my topic, that is preparing nurses for the future. As we all know that nurses are the heart of the healthcare system. Nurses are unstoppable force. They are the heroes of our healthcare system, caring for both the sick and healthy across the world. Nowadays, healthcare industry is ever changing. There is a more and more demand of nurses in healthcare setups because nowadays people start to understand the value and importance of the nurses. We all need more family nurses practitioners. The future of nurses does not only include RNS nurses practitioners are a huge part of healthcare system. There are nearly lakhs of practitioners licensed in India providing essential care to a country experiencing a shortage of physicians. Nurses will need to pursue higher degree. Nurses can practice as a practitioner with a master degree. But in order to teach nursing more, nursing school require a doctorate degree, which leads to a nursing faculty shortage, forcing some schools to turn away qualified nursing students for a lack of teachers. Men are also perceive this Men are also perceive these careers and get opportunity to become a nurse. A career in nursing provides job security, quality benefits, and a competitive salary. It's easy to see why more men are considered entering in this field. Nursing would be good field for common family in India. As we know, there is a high chance of scope in nursing in India, and nurses get paid enough for the future security. At the last, at the last, I would to say that those who one wants to contribute in nations or work for nation and also development for yourself and for your family and for the good financial security. Please join the nursing. Thank you.
Thank you. Next is SN17. SN17.
May I audible, sir?
Yeah, you're audible. You can start.
Hello, respected judges and organization. Good afternoon to all of you. First of all, I would like to thank for this organize or this program and give me opportunity for the express myself. Myself S17 Shakib Ali Pasha. I am from College of Nursing GMC Badaयूं. Here today I am going to deliver you a speech on the topic preparing nurses for the future, because nursing is the oldest art and modernest and newest profession. Nursing is nursing not a new profession in our society or educational system. It is a previously running from many years with our cultures, and it is new digital era. It going to be revolutionized into a professional job or professional era. Nursing is not a honorable career that requires hard working and dedication. We see in chronic time of India as well as worldwide, nurses are the first one who firstly help the mankind and stop forward for the human disaster disease like COVID-19. Nurses are not limited in hospital, IPD, PSC, CSC, and CHO, etc. We see, we see recently in Turkey and Syria earthquake case. In India has sent nurses to serve injured people from the earthquake. So I mean to say that nursing has just not limited international, it also serves worldwide. I have the message for who want to become a nurse. In future, nurse has a really high scope and demand in their respected specialized field like registered nurse, ICU nurse, NICU nurse, disaster nurse, a nurse practitioner, radiology nurse, and tele nurse, etc. Nurse also gain respect from the patient and other health workers, as we see nurse to do hard work and provide holistic care to needy people and promote long-term general health. In the future of nursing, it anticipated and caregivers will approach healing a more holistic attitude. We still need bilingual nurses, because bilingual nurses are always and assist when it becomes to patient care. But the future of nursing be really even more heavily and caregivers who speak more than one language. Go. The future of nursing might include a bit more diversity in gender. Today's society is gradually moving away from the idea that the nursing is not a woman's career. So I would like to request to all parents and then while encourage child and teachers as student tell about the nursing profession. Together choose civil service and other profession to become a professional nurse. Uh, but uh, but as we see sometimes in hospital, nurses did not get the respect from many doctors and other health workers. These negative behavior make this profession hardworking, as it still left nurses in pain, and then tough task to retain the image in the society. Otherwise, few nurses left his job. I want to convey to all nurses also have self-esteem and respect to backbone in our health care system. This point pricks like a thorn. So in the future, we need more psychologically strong nurses who face this problem. Always remember, we are nurses are unique, and we have the power to promote comfort and relieve stress. and gently close the eyes of a dying patient, and nurse is the one who opens the eyes of a newborn baby. At the last, I would like to request all the youngsters, and they should choose the nursing for wide and scope of the career opportunities. Thank you. That's all my speech.
Thank you. Thank you so much. SN18, is there SN18? If not, we'll go to SN19. SN19.
Good afternoon, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible. Audible. You can
Okay.
start.
Leadership is important in every aspect, from being a nurse, a new graduate, to all the way through nurse executive. The Institution of Medicine, in its landmark 2010, reported the future of nursing leading change, advancing health deemed leadership so important that it is one of the 4 key messages and 2 of the recommendation to expand opportunities for nurses, for the future nurses to lead and diffuse collaborative improvement efforts, and to prepare and enable nurses to lead to advanced health. Good afternoon, one and all present here. I, SN19, is here to express my views on preparing nurses for future with the theme Transformational Leadership. There has been an explosion of interest in leadership. Each day, stories appearing in newspaper discussing instances of successful leaders. In today's world, leadership is a crucial skill that is needed in almost every aspect of life, from business, politics to healthcare organizations. The ability to lead is a key factor for achieving success, as we aim for our future nurses to be a transformational leaders. The concept of transformational leaders was given by James V. Downtown in 1973 and was expanded by James Berners in 1978. Transformational leadership is a leadership style where, where the leaders, along with their teams, are able to identify challenges ahead, resources available, and build a long-term vision for their team, and constantly engaging and involving their employees to perform to the best of their abilities and to grow personally and professionally in the process. It is based on the idea that leaders are not just only focused on achieving the goals of organization, but also involve individual development within the organization. As Florence Nightingale said, to be in charge is certainly not only to carry out a proper measure by yourself, but also to see that everyone does so. There are 4 main key characteristics of transformational leadership that is needed in the future nurses. The first one is charisma. Charisma is the ability of a leader to inspire and motivate through their work. The second one is inspiration. Inspiration is the ability of a leader to create a vision and inspire the other nurses towards the goal. The third one is intellectual stimulation. It involves encouraging creativity and innovation within the organization. The fourth one is individual consideration. It involves showing empathy and concern to individual professionally and personally. Management in nursing is a state of revolution based on positive transformational changes for our future nurses, as we nurses aims to serve patients first. Effective leadership on individual nursing aim directly affects nursing staff satisfaction. Employees are interested in managers who can lead in a positive and encouraging manner. Transformational leadership gives an opportunity to future nurses to open a communication and collaboration, and this leads to proper decision making and problem solving ability. This will directly result in staff satisfaction, staff retention, and patient satisfaction. Transformational leadership for the future nurses is a powerful tool for achieving success towards the futuristic goal. At the end, I just want to say that we should make sure that we are not just knocking at the door and hoping for someone to come to open the door. Instead, we should come out of our comfort zone, be on the table where the policies decisions are made, and serve as a mentors to our junior staff to build a community healthier and a culture of health. As we nurses are the voice of community, and this is what a transformational leadership is all about, and this is what we are aiming to prepare our future nurses for. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Now the lot number SN20. SN20.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, you can start.
Okay. It is a time for nursing to question and redefine and take steps to bring about future that the nursing profession is to achieve. The nurses should not be creative but also innovative. We have to take steps for ourselves. And the part of total health organization which aims at satisfying the nursing needs of the patient and community. The roles of and responsibility and education should change significantly to meet the increased demand for care that will be created by health and can reform and to advance improvement for nursing. That we should respect our profession and not, if we should not respect our profession, we should not take a stand for ourselves. So we should respect our profession. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And next is SN21. SN21.
Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, you're audible. You can start.
Nurses are there when the last breath is taken, and nurses are there when the first breath is taken. Although it is more enjoyable to celebrate the birth, it is just as important to comfort the death. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you all are having afternoon is a blessed one. Myself, SN21. I'm so grateful to be here today, and my topic is preparing nurses for the future. As we all know, the demands of the healthcare in the 21st century has been vigorously increased to meet the needs of the diverse patient, and for that, nurses stand as a second pillar after physicians. But nursing is the first and the foremost caring profession, as the nurses spend more time with the patients. Being a nurse is not an easy task. A well trained nurse possesses many skills and qualities which are reflected in their care they provide to the patient. There will always be a demand for qualified nurses in the world because there are certain intangible qualifications that makes good nurse the great, and the qualifications are the skills. The immense role nurses play in caring for others and positively impacting on their lives. I got to realize this when, after getting admitted in the nursing college. I thought the dream to be a nurse is only possible in the hospital setting, but after stepping in this profession, also got to know about caring holistically for others. That is, physical, emotional, social, and spiritual well being of the individual. All these required skills and nursing etiquettes like confidence, empathy, critical thinking, leadership, lifelong learning, and many more. Hence, skill development is most important and prominent. Once a leader said, "You cannot transmit wisdom and insight to another person. The seed is already there. A good teacher touches the seed, allowing it to wake up, to sprout, and to grow. Thus, best teaching gives better fruit." Throughout the coming decade, the nursing profession will look vastly different and will be more caring for a changing environment. It's just nursing schools will need to ensure the nurses are prepared to understand and identify social determinants of health. Nurses should expend learning experiences in the community so they can work with different people with varied life experiences and cultural beliefs and norms. They need to be educated to care for a population that is both aging with declining mental and physical health. Nurses need to adapt to new technologies which help them to lead and collaborate with professionals from other sectors and other professions too. They need to have appropriate knowledge of growing role of informatics in the field of nursing as the pandemic has made everything digital. And last but not the least,
expanding nursing faculty, increasing the capacity of nursing schools, and redesigning nursing education to assure that it can produce adequate number of well-prepared nurses ready to meet future healthcare demands. Well, I believe that learning and improvement is the kindling of a flame, not the filling of a vessel. It is just like anyone who stops learning in old weather at 20 or 80, anyone who keeps learning stays young. Altogether, I would like to conclude that nursing profession needs to grow with the growing technology and needs to adapt the environmental changes. In this way only we can be well prepared for the future, as the future belongs to those who will plan for tomorrow to today. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And the last contestant is SN22. Judges, kindly note the last participant, SN22.
Sir, am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible. You can proceed.
Sir, can I start?
Yeah, you can start.
Nurses, just another word to describe a person strong enough to tolerate anything and soft enough to understand anyone. Good afternoon to highly respected teachers, staff members, and all the participants who are gathered here. I am SN22. My good fortune that I got the opportunity to express my view in front of such a knowledgeable peoples. As we all know that today's topic is preparing nurses for future. As a nursing student, I think it is one of the most appropriate topic for discussion in order to improve the healthcare services. As we have been hearing since our childhood that health is wealth. And for maintaining the health, people come to healthcare facilities. As we all know that nurses are the frontline workers in the healthcare facilities. Even I want to compare nurses with the heart, as nurses are the heart of the healthcare facilities, because as the heart is the vital organ in the human body, same as nurses for the healthcare facilities. The role of nurse is much more important because they remain available for 24 hours for the patient. As we all know that during pandemic time, in COVID-19, nurses saves many lives regardless of their own life. There is no doubt that healthcare system is constantly changing and working to improve. So it is all arise the demand for some changes in training and education for future of nurses. As we all know that in the modern era, there are several advanced technologies are there which reduce the workload and improves the services, but unfortunately some nurses are still not aware about these technologies. So while preparing the nurses as future nurse must be study and learn about the uses of different technology. For example, nowadays computers is widely used in all the sectors. It reduces paperwork and keep the data safe for long time, and from checking vital signs to monitoring IV flu rate. All the flu rate now can be automated with specialized equipment. It helps in reducing error. So nurse should must be know about all the technologies which are introduced in the nursing fields to become a better nurse in their future. Nurse deals with different kinds of patients who are suffering from different kinds of disease conditions, so there are higher chances to get infected. So all the nurse must be take vaccination before starting their work in hospital sectors. As we all know that COVID-19 cases are again start to increase, so nurses should prepare themselves. For future, nurses need to integrate nursing knowledge and science with practice, as well as highly skilled clinical reasoning and ethical compartment in patient care. In order to preparing nurses for future, nurses should achieve higher level of education training through an improved education system. As a part of their education, nurses will need new competencies and different type of learning experience to be prepared for new and expand roles. As we know that there are several expanded roles for nurses. As we know that collaboration and coordination among the healthcare workers is most important for getting the positive outcomes. So for developing this quality in our future nurses, the nursing colleges can perform mock drills, can perform group projects, so that they can develop the quality of coordination and collaboration in our upcoming future nurses. As a nursing student, I think that everyone has fear to performing any procedure on directly on the patient. So by using advanced technology in nursing labs, nursing colleges can demonstrate in advanced nursing labs so that future nurses get a confidence and overcome their fear. So we have to, at last I want to say that we have to become a knowledgeable, critical thinker, skilled nurse, because a nurse is one who opened the eyes of a newborn and genitally closed the eyes of a dying man. It is indeed a high blessing first and last to witness the beginning and end of the life. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So now we have come to the end of our competition, eloquent competition. So I thank and congratulate all the participants, those who spent their time. You have prepared a lot and you have shared your thoughts about the topics what we have mentioned there. Contribution of Indian nurses to the future of Indian healthcare, and by the students preparing nurses for the future. So thank you so much for your valuable time that you have spent in preparing this topic and shown your talents about the speech. At this moment, I take this opportunity on behalf of Anei UP chapter, the head, the president, Dr. Gita Parvanda. I thank our board judges, Dr. Golden Catherine, the associate professor from Dr. Jayasegaran College of Nursing, Kanyakumari, Tamil Nadu, and Mr. Jerin, assistant professor, Sri Vinobab College of Nursing, Silvassa. Thank you so much, sir and ma'am, for your valuable time that you have spent with us. Even though I know you are busy so much, but you have spent the time in judging our nurses from UP. So thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, dear. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for the opportunity provided for me.
Thank you so much, sir. And also thank you so much, ma'am, for your valuable time. Golden ma'am. Your video is not there, Golden ma'am. Hello? Golden Catherine ma'am? Okay, maybe network issue. Anyhow, thank you so much, both of you, for your valuable time and your presence in judging our students and staff nurses in UP. Thank you so much.
Everyone has done their best. I think the students were more energetic than the staff in delivering the right speech appropriately with the topic.
Yeah.
Right. All of them were good. All of them have taken their effort for completing it. So congratulations for all, right, those who have been online. So keep the hope to be continued. Right, you are all are the future nurses. So what all you have discussed, try to be put it on practice. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thanks, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Bye. Take care.
Bye, sir. Bye. Take care.
Anyhow, thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Golden ma'am, for your valuable time. See you. Okay, with this, we end today's elocution competition. You people have enjoyed, hope you have enjoyed well, and let you take this as your enthusiasm in making out about the topic what we have discussed today. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.